What's up everybody, Raider XP here. Today I'm going to show you how to build a honey farm that will get you unlimited amount of honeycomb and bottles of honey. The first thing you need to do is go around in your world and find you a bee's nest. And you'll make sure there's bees in it, and you'll know, because if it's untouched it'll just be dripping with honey. You want to collect that with an axe that has silk touch on it. If you do it with anything else, it'll destroy the nest, and then you'll have to go look for another one. And they are not the most abundant spawn in a world. So once you collect that, you're just going to keep that in your inventory for a bit. And we're going to come around here and we're going to start building our collection system. And what you're going to need for your collection system: some rails, some powered rails, blocks of redstone, hoppers, and a mine cart with hopper. So let's get that started. First thing you're going to want to do, I'm just going to make mine 11 wide. And we're going to make that 3 deep. Okay, first thing you're going to want to do is take this block out right here, and you want to place a block of redstone right where it was. Then you want to grab your powered rails, and you want to put 2 powered rails, or 3, just to give it a little extra bump. And then we'll do the rest of these with regular rails, and we'll turn it around just like so. Come around to the front side. Now, because I've made this as long as I have, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put an additional redstone block here and a couple extra powered rails, just to make sure that my minecart makes it all the way. Go ahead and fill the rest there in with your regular rails. And what we're going to do here is we're going to grab our chest. I'm going to place a double chest right here like so. Come around behind and grab your hopper. You want to take that hopper, crouch down, point it into the chest. And now you see I use an add-on called directional hoppers, and you can see it makes it very easy for me to know which way my hopper is pointed. Go ahead and fill that in right there. And then we're going to fill the rest of these with rails. Crouch down when you're doing over the hopper. Come to this very end here, you're going to take that block out and replace it with a block of redstone. Go ahead and put 3 more powered rails there, and then your one last rail there. Now that will be our collection system. So you want to grab your minecart with hopper, and you can go ahead, put it on there, and it should take right off. And as you see, it'll just go back and forth and back and forth, picking up anything that gets dropped and deposit it right into your collection system. Okay, now that we've got our collection system done, we're going to start building our actual honey farm. So what you want to do is go ahead, put a row of block right like so, and it can be any kind of block, it doesn't have to be the brick that I'm using. And then you're going to come back 4 more, and then fill that in all the way till you hit to the other one, just like so. And then go ahead and fill this middle in. Alright, once we've got that done, what we're going to do is we're going to take a temporary block you like so. Up 3 over 1. Then you're going to want to grab your dispensers, and you want to make sure that your dispensers are pointing downwards. So just come up under it like that, and you'll see the hole will be pointing down if you know you got it in the right place. Crouch down and just do the same till you get to the end. Just like so. Then what I like to do is take my brick that I have, so I can make a frame out of it and make it look nice and pretty. Okay, now then what we're going to do is we're going to come around behind, and we're going to put another row of block just like that, and come to the back of this platform you made, put another row just like that. Okay, now what we're going to do is grab our comparators and our redstone and our glass. And you'll come right by here, grab your comparators, and go ahead and place your comparators facing away from the block that you just put, just like so. Then you're going to grab your redstone dust, and you're going to fill that right next to it, all in with redstone dust. And then you're going to do the same thing on top of this row right here, just like so. Then what you're going to want to do is grab your glass, and you're going to want to put your glass right above that redstone there. And what this will do is this will allow that connection of redstone to stay. Go ahead and grab your blocks again, and fill them in right alongside where that glass is, and then one more right here all the way to the end so that everything's touching. And then you're going to grab your redstone, and you're going to fill all of this in up here with redstone. Now, before we put our bee's nest in, what we want to do is we want to come to our dispenser, and if you want to get honeycombs, what we'll do is you put shears in just like so. If you want to get bottles of honey, you get you some, at least a stack of empty bottles, and place them, try to do one in every hole, otherwise things might not pan out right, and it'll put one of the full bottles in there and won't kick it out, and then you'll have to go in and get it straightened out. So you always want to make sure you got, ideally a stack in every one of these holes, but you don't have to have a stack. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to grab that bee's nest that we harvested at first, and we're going to place that one right there just like so. These will start to pop out, and they'll start feeding on these flowers, and they'll return to their nest until they fill it up. And once they fill it up, you'll start to get honeycombs, and you can start making beehives. It takes 3 honeycombs and some wood to make a beehive. Once you do that a few times, you can start filling in your blanks here with bees. And as you can see, mine was full. So they'll start popping out, and they'll start feeding on the flowers. And once the hives and the nest get full, your dispenser that has shears in it will automatically harvest the honeycomb, and your rail system underneath will collect it and deposit it right in there. If you put bottles in, it'll dispense a bottle of honey, drop it out on the ground there, and then your collection system will gather that up as well. What I like to do around the side here is I like to close this in, so sometimes your bees like to get mischievous and roam around, and they'll get into places that they don't belong. So I like to close up my back side of where my redstone setup is, so that way they don't get stuck in there, because once they get stuck in there, then you got to take it down and start all over. Once they get enough in there, it'll get full. You'll see the shears will automatically harvest the honeycomb and spit it out on the ground, and your minecart will collect it up and deposit it right here in your chest. And in no time, you'll end up with chests and chests full. And that's how we build a very simplified, automated bee farm. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next video. Bye now.